Get 1 Peter 4 and 11. Get 1 Peter 4 and 11. God put the spirit on man to write this book. Moses wrote the first 5 books. Moses was so Moses was a prophet. Moses was commanded. Bro, you're going to get burned in the fire. You got no fringes. You're not keeping Sabbath day, bro. If you do not repent, you're not getting the kingdom of God.
The intercontinental ballistic missile. The book of the rock, chapter 21 and verse 1.
But those things which God before had shewed by the mouth of all his prophets.
Why do we live in these conditions? Because these are not good conditions.
That's idolatry. Because we are a rebellious people right now.
So you ever ask, like, why do we get persecuted? How can we get brass? But our people are so destroyed, they actually think that this is normal. This is not normal. You know, it's not normal to be out here with trash all over the place. You got bullet holes at the bus stop. You got people passed out, either drunk or on drugs. This is not normal. This is a bad condition. So why do we live like this? The brother's going to show you. Just give him a few minutes. Show him why we curse, so he can understand the importance of knowing who you are, and more importantly, what we can do to lift these curses, because that's what he's teaching.
What you gonna do in the kingdom?
How you doing? What's going on?
Come up out of her, my people.
And you got brother in the street. These type of things.
I'm just trying to reach the masses. Baby, I burn the wind and you turn to ashes. Flames of fire in the sky. Paint a mansion. And when the king returns, he swing a sword and slay the dragon.
Right, we got to keep the commandments. You got to know the commandments.
What's your question, bro? Right, this is where slavery started for us, as far as for this captivity now. Because we went through different captivities, but this is the most recent one. This is how the whole American captivity started.
American facts, right?
Yes, sir, that's us.
That's us, facts.
Yes, sir,
I'm
yeah.
already shot.
Yeah.
Like they wailed and said we was from another world, right?
They say we from what? Okay.
They lied and said we was from another land, correct?
Yeah, they say we from another land, so we came through.
But at the same
Asia.
time, though, they just came here and took over our land and then brainwashed us and told us some other stuff.
Right, so some African Americans were here, but the majority of us were still in Africa at that time. When we fled Jerusalem, we fled into the west coast of Africa. That's why a lot of our people look like Africans. We're not the same people, but you see some Nigerians or Liberians or Ghanaians, they look like us because some of them are our people. But there is a difference, because I know you've been treated weird by some Africans treat you as bad as a white man has. I know you probably went through that before.
It's like, it's black people all over the world.
Correct, we're scattered across the 4 corners, in India, Asia, everywhere.
But it's like, no, that's just the color of the earth. It come in tones, light to dark.
Right, it does, yeah. But the scriptures say we were scattered though.
Yeah, so everybody across the earth, facts. But you got like people from every land, like so as though we was already from America. Mm-hmm. And they came here and told us and took our land the same way they took everybody else's land though.
Yep.
And it's just that this was one of the final lands.
But the goal, they came here specifically for us.
They chase us across land.
Exactly, yes,
yeah. Facts, because we came here for safety. The whole team, we came here for safety, but it was supposed to like, you weren't supposed to go like this. You weren't supposed to.
Yeah, because we wasn't keeping the laws, that's why.
Because you can't run.
Get Romans 16.
Run. You gotta fight.
Fight, how are we supposed to fight? I forget that 1 Corinthians.
We
are supposed to fight, but not physically. But not physically,
Facts,
yeah.
not with no sword or
right,
no gun.
Because we're not going to win that fight.
Look,
we're not going to win that fight. We can't do that.
A sword or a gun. Words are in a different type of meaning. So which means like, fight with your sword. Fight with everything you have. Fight with everything you have. Cause
Yep, exactly. Bro, what you say in the scripture, that's right in the Bible. I'm gonna show you. Listen, right? I'm gonna show you what you're saying is correct. Right.
So what's your sword for real?
It's our mind, it's in our actions. Yeah.
That's what you got.
Yes, sir. I'm reading to you. Exactly what you said.
You
1 second.
With all your people.
Right. We're gonna go with that too. We gotta fight with our people too, and that's gonna be happening too. But I'm gonna read this to you.
The book of 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare
So like you were saying, the weapons of our warfare,
are not carnal,
like you said, it's not carnal, it's not going to be physical. But what is it going to be?
but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds.
But mighty through God pulling down strongholds. And how do we do that? We got to use the Bible to do that. We got to teach our people the correct way, how to deal with each other. Hold on, keep breathing. They got to believe too.
Casting down imaginations.
Casting down imaginations, casting down that false image of Jesus Christ that we were shown in slavery. Stuff like that. Yep.
The biggest one.
That is the biggest one. Yep.
Once you do that, you have
You
no
done.
helper. You have no help.
You're right.
And, this
And
the key.
every high
Look,
thing that exalted itself
not only that,
against the knowledge of God.
So also, not just that, anything that goes against the Bible.
not only that, worldly shit that are and stuff. But look, like the government can help us with this. The people can help me with this. Don't nobody call on the help from the right
Right,
one.
but they're not here for us. That's
See,
why.
no, look, don't nobody
Get
call
2068.
on the right help. So
The right help is supposed to be all people and follow this book. I got you. I'm asking one more question for him and I got you. Exactly, our help is God. But how do we get the help from God, bro? Let me ask you a question.
You gotta be patient to wait.
What else we got to do? We got to be
You
doing.
gotta listen and you gotta be clear in
What
yourself.
about- do we have actions we have to do for God?
You must purify yourself.
Get Psalms 40 and 8. Before you go, because we got to be doing stuff for God in order to get that help. We got to be keeping His will, correct? So I'm going to read you what the will of God is.
The book of Psalms, chapter 40 and verse 8. I delight to do thy will, O my God, yea.
So we should be aligned to do His will, correct? Okay. Okay.
Thy law is within my heart.
Thy law. So the laws are God's will. So we got to be keeping the commandments, bro. We got to stop wearing fringes. Listen, we got to be keeping the Sabbath day. We got to stop putting down the pork, put down the shrimp. We got to stop fornicating. We got to marry our sisters, stop sleeping around. Be fathers to our children. Stop killing, stop stealing. All that stuff we got to stop doing as a nation. Yeah, we got to. Because that's the only way we're going to get the kingdom.
From neighborhood to neighborhood.
Yes, sir. From neighborhood to neighborhood. Yeah. But like you said, not everybody's going to repent, though. It's not going to be everybody.
Everybody got to step outside. The world that they in, you know that they understand what God wants.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're correct.
Everybody searching for aid from God in this world. When it's bigger than he wants you out.
Exactly.
It's a
Exactly,
system.
bro.
It's a
Exactly.
nuke that's going to destroy us all.
So as far as you, bro, what are you going to do to help that process?
You read the system, you make it grow.
What do you have to do to help this process,
You
bro?
Step outside that system and make your system grow.
By doing what?
By believing in God.
What is believe? Guess the Rock 32:24.
Spread the word to
I got
others
you. Read
to
this.
save themselves too.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 32 and verse 24. He that believeth in the Lord
So you said we got to believe on him, right? So what does believing on him mean?
taketh heed to the commandment.
We got to keep the commandments, bro. Do you know what commandments we have to keep? I can't hear you.
They submit.
Submit to what though? I mean, it has to be. There's a guideline.
The will
So,
of what God wants you to do.
so can you name me one
It's
commandment?
instructed in you.
Can you name me one commandment we have to
It's
keep?
instructed in you. Basically,
Like one example.
speak blessing words and no,
That's not a commandment.
no, look, the 10 Commandments.
That's not the Ten Commandments. So give me an example of one of the Ten Commandments. Give me an example. Like what is today? Give me Exodus 20. Get keeping the Sabbath day.
Bring it up.
Cause bro, keeping
Follow the 5 pillars of Islam.
bro, no, Islam is garbage. Islam goes against the Bible, bro.
The Bible.
Islam was started by our slave masters. The Arabs had us in slavery, bro. Just like the white man did, the Arabs had us in slavery too.
The Bible.
The Bible is a black man's book. It's not made up, bro. It is not made up. King James translated the Bible. King James was a black man. He was the last king of Scotland.
Sent down originally by
Bro,
God.
exactly.
Which is
To what? To his prophets.
The gospel in the Quran.
No, the Quran wasn't sent by God. The Quran wasn't sent. Get Amos.
And what about Malcolm X?
Malcolm X?
Yeah.
What about him?
So he was a Muslim.
Yeah, but he's
Do
still an Israelite.
you have
must
something
believe in
about
all
it?
That's his religion. That's not his heritage.
No,
That's his
I
Amos.
understand. Please.
Amos, the prophet.
Prophets,
Listen to this.
everything. That's the reason.
The
why
book
everybody
of
can't-
Amos,
can't
the 3.
If you don't submit, you must submit to everything that God.
You have to submit to the will of God, the Holy Bible, not the Quran. Not the Quran, bro. Not the Quran. The Arabs wrote the Quran. Muhammad wrote the Quran, bro. He's our slave master. He's a heathen. How you gonna follow a heathen's words? How you gonna follow a heathen's words, bro? You can't follow the heathen. We gotta follow the scriptures.
That's right.
Muhammad was a heathen. The Bible talks about that. Bro, I'm gonna deal with you. If you don't believe it, I'm gonna deal with you, bro. I'm gonna deal with you.
I'm not gonna argue.
Bro, I'm not trying to argue either. I'm trying to teach you. We don't gotta argue. I'm gonna answer both of your questions with the scripture. Hold on. I'm gonna answer y'all with the Most High God. The Most High God. Get Luke 14:23. Get Luke 14:23. God commanded me to teach. God commanded me to teach the Bible. Get that. Give me that in Luke.
The book of Luke, chapter 14 and verse 23.
Read.
And the Lord said unto the servants,
And the Lord said to his servants, that's me, that should be you too, brother. You should be a servant.
go out into the highways and hedges.
Go where?
Go out into the highways and hedges.
Where we at? We're in the highways and the hedgeways in the corners of the street. What did he command us to do?
And compel them to come in.
And compel our brothers and sisters to come in. This brother would rather get on video and talk about Islam than talk to his brother and learn his true history. Read.
That my house may be filled.
That my house might be filled. So we got to bring our people in? This is the way to bring our people in. From Christ's words. That's red letters. Christ said that. That's from Jesus Christ.
Verse 23, and the Lord said, Amos chapter 2 and verse 11, and I raised up your sons for prophets.
And he raised up our sons for prophets. Who is a prophet? Let's see. Was Muhammad a prophet? Let's see according to the Bible.
Bring it out. Let's see. Listen.
And your young men for Nazarites. It is not even thus. O ye children of Israel.
O ye what?
O ye children of Israel.
O ye children of Israel. Muhammad was not a child of Israel. He was an Arab man. From Ishmael. Not from Isaac. He's from Ishmael. Isaac is the promise.
That doesn't mean he's not a prophet.
He's from Mecca.
Exactly.
Where's the Israelite from? Get Galatians.
Israelites are from
If
Israel.
Muhammad is from Mecca, where are the Israelites from?
Why can't you
They all in the same area.
Read
It
that.
doesn't matter.
Please.
The book of Galatians, chapter 5 and verse 4, chapter 4 and verse 26. But Jerusalem, which is above, is free,
So Jerusalem, which is above, is free. What is Jerusalem?
which is the mother of us all.
Which is the mother of
Of us all. Jerusalem is the mother of us all. Muhammad is a false teacher, a false prophet. I can't even call him a false prophet because he's not of our nation.
That's right.
What's your question?
Yeah. Your premises are correct.
This is not my premises. This is what the Bible is saying.
No.
Yes, it is. What's your question?
That's history.
What is your question?
My question is, why with these premises that are correct, you are going just only to the Bible?
Because the Bible, get Romans 15 and 4. The Bible's our guidebook. God left the Bible. How can we know God without the Bible's our guidebook? God left the Bible. How can we know God without the Bible? How would you know God without the Bible? We wouldn't know. We would not know.
I'm not interested in God.
So if you're not interested in God, then leave. We're teaching the word of God to our people. If you don't want to talk about God, you can leave, sis.
I'm interested in history. That's true.
Yes.
What you showed is
Yeah, there's history.
Everything is
The Bible is a historic book.
But he missing one key.
The Bible is a historic book.
Things are
Read
but
that.
he missing.
Everything is
The Bible is a historic book.
But he missing one key.
The Bible is a historic book.
Things are
Read
but
that.
he missing.
The book of Romans, chapter 15 and verse 4. But for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
So what things were written
For aforetime in the Bible was written for our learning. So let's read in the history book from Babylon to Timbuktu. Since they don't want to hear the Bible, let's read about Muhammad. Get 1 Peter 4 and 11. Get 1 Peter 4 and 11. God put the spirit on man to write this book. Moses wrote the first 5 books. Moses was
So Moses was
a prophet. Moses was commanded, but you're going to get burned in the fire. You got no fringes. You're not keeping Sabbath day, bro. If you do not repent, you're not getting the kingdom of God. Read that.
The book of 1 Peter, chapter 4 and verse 11. If any man speak,
If you speak, what are we supposed to be speaking?
let him speak as the oracles of God.
Let us speak the oracles of God, what is in the Bible, and that's what I'm bringing out. You don't agree with the Bible. That's fine. That's fine. Don't agree with the Bible. That is fine.
If any man minister, let him do it as the ability which God giveth.
Read that again.
If any man minister,
If any man minister,
So if you're going to minister to your people, meaning teach your people,
bring it out.
let him do it as of the ability which God giveth.
let us do it as the ability which God gives us, using the scriptures. I'm coming out the scriptures. The brother and the lady didn't agree.
When Muhammad was born, many Arabs were still worshiping the sun.
When what?
When Muhammad was born, many Arabs were still worshiping the sun, stars, spirits, and idols. The Arabs possessed 360 idols.
They had a god for every day of the year. This is the origin of Islam right here.
Okay, what's the origin of Islam?
What I'm reading right here.
Prophet Islam?
The religion of Islam is what I'm reading right now. Listen, bro.
One for each day of the year. Muhammad was born AD 570.
So he was born AD. What does AD mean?
After Prophet Isa.
After the death of who? Of Jesus Christ, right? So Muhammad was
Born
born.
after the death of Jesus Christ.
Bring it up!
You just said it right there.
He never died.
Who never died?
Prophet Isa never
Keep
died.
reading,
Allah
keep
drew
reading,
him up, man.
keep
Read
reading.
the Quran.
Keep reading.
Read the Quran.
4 years after the death of Emperor Justine, he was descended from the tribe of Quraysh.
Go down to there.
In his youth, he was never taught to read or write.
In his youth, Muhammad was never taught to read or write. Muhammad was illiterate. Period.
But his imagination was superlative. Muhammad was an extraordinarily handsome man.
Keep reading.
And eloquent and motivating man.
So Muhammad had the gift of gab.
Muhammad had the gift of gab. Keep reading.
With the power of words. In the early years of Muhammad's life, he passed his time as a shepherd boy.
He was a shepherd boy. Keep reading.
We must remember that many successful men had arisen from insignificant and humble conditions,
Keep reading.
watching the sun day by day and the stars by night. Because he could not read or write.
So because Muhammad could not read or write,
his ears were attentive and keen to everything that the Jews related to him.
read that again for the brother.
Because he could not read or write, his ears were attentive and keen to everything.
Hey, bro, you leaving? What was talking about Muhammad?
You said what? The what?
He taught him how to talk.
Muhammad taught them?
No, Prophet. What? I said.
What are you talking about?
I said angel Jibril.
We must internalize the flatulation of the matter by transmitting the effervescence of the Indonesian proximity in order to further segregate the crux of my venereal infection. Now, if I may retain my liquids here for one moment, I'd like to continue the redundance of my quote-unquote intestinal tract. See, because to preclude on the issue of world domination would only circumvent, circumcise the revelation that reflects the aphrodisiac symptoms which now perpetrates the Jericho's activation. So, do not misinterpret the chauvinistic...
Give to the United Negro Scholarship Fund, because a mind is a terrible thing to develop without help.
Allow me to expose my colon once again. The ramification inflicted on the incision placed within the fallopian cavities serves to be holistic, taken from the Latin word jalapeno.
Keep reading, man. Keep reading.
Because he could not read or write, his ears were attentive and keen to everything that the Jews related to him.
So Muhammad learned from the Jews.
Muhammad learned and extracted much from the Jewish religion.
Learned and extracted. When you extract, are you taking the whole thing? No.
You're taking bits and pieces when you extract.
He extracted from the Bible what he wanted to extract
and added the rest for the Quran.
Bring it up!
What extracted means. Keep reading.
And compounded it with his new religion, Islam.
And he did what? What did he do?
And compounded it with his new religion.
Compounded means to combine with his new religion. New. That wasn't what our forefathers learned in the Bible. And new religion.
Show me what Jesus
Islam.
And what's it called?
Islam.
Islam. What's your question?
Show me what Jesus said worship him in the Bible.
He didn't say that. When did he say that?
Where?
When did he say? Did I say that?
So, some people say the cucumbers taste better pickled.
What?
Huh? What? Huh?
son of God?
Get Matthew 9:16.
Get Matthew 9:16. He's the Son of God. Here we go. Get wisdom of Solomon. We just broke that dumb doctrine down. Christ was not born of immaculate conception. He was born of a man's seed.
Bring it up, Sword. Bring it up.
He was born of a man's seed. I'm gonna prove that to you. Because I know y'all believe in Solomon, right? You believe in King Solomon? Read that, man. I'm not messing with you. Read that. Start 7:1.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7 and verse 1.
This is King Solomon talking.
I myself also am a mortal man.
King Solomon says, I myself am also a mortal man.
To all, and the offspring of him that was first made of the earth.
So anybody from the offspring of Adam, who's first made from the earth, is a mortal man. That brother was talking about Christ is from Mary. How is a woman supposed to have a child without seed? A sperm needs to be planted in the egg to produce a zygote to make a baby. It's not possible. Keep reading.
And in my mother's womb was fashioned to be flesh in the time of 10 months, being compacted in blood.
The same thing happened to Christ. Christ had flesh. Christ had blood.
Of the seed of man.
Of the what?
Of the seed of man.
Of the seed of man.
And the pleasure that came with sleep.
Keep reading.
And when I was born.
About the king.
Verse 5. For there is no king that had any other beginning of birth.
So there is no king who had any beginning on this earth. Jesus Christ was a king, was he not? Yes, he was. Read that again.
For there is no king that had any other beginning of birth. For all men have one entrance into life.
All men have one entrance into life. Through sex, through reproduction. That's how we are born on this earth. Not no other way. Christ was a mortal man. When he died and came back, that's when he got his immortal body after he came back. But when he lived on earth, he lived as a man. Why? Give me that 1 Peter 2. Christ lived as a man to show us we can keep the commandments. We can follow God. Christ was tempted. Christ had doubt. But did he sin? No. That's the example that Christ left for us on this earth. He lived as a man and showed us it's possible to keep the commandments.
That's right.
And the Bible says God does not
Change. So now that it's thousands of years later, it doesn't mean we don't have to keep the commandments.
The Bible still
Stands to this day. Have a good day, sir. They didn't agree. That's why they're gone. Get that Proverbs 25:1, 28:1. Get that. Get that for me, please.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 28 and verse 1. The wicked flee.
The wicked flee when what?
When no man pursueth.
No man. We didn't chase him off this corner. We wanted to bring up the history of the Bible. The brother came up saying he wanted to learn. He turned into a scoffer. He wanted to bring out Islam. I told him Islam isn't according to the word of God. He got upset and started coercing with the enemy, with the heathen. He'd rather deal with her than his own brother. He just talked about building our communities up. So he's contradicting what he just said about building our communities up. He goes to the heathen and try to gang up on me. Try to gang up on the word of God. That's not going to work. Read. So, the brother said, read the Quran. So, we use the Quran for context to show you that the Quran even tells you that the Bible is the true book. The children of Israel are the true children of God. Let's see what they said in the Quran, in his so-called book.
This is the Heifer chapter 2 and verse 122. O children of Israel.
O children of Israel.
Remember the blessings I bestowed upon you.
Remember the what?
Remember the blessings I bestowed upon you.
Did that say, O children of Ishmael? O children of Muhammad? No, it did not. It's the O children of
Israel,
which came through the lineage of Isaac. Isaac, not Ishmael.
And that I set you apart from all the people.
And that he what?
And that I set you apart from all the people.
Meaning we're different.
I'm a Jew, it sound odd. For years I've been walking around saying that I'm a black man. I ain't saying that no more, it sounds wrong, man.
This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us. Subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcasts, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.